Hello, my dear students. This video lecture is about primary screening, mainly about enrichment culture technique and uses of dye as an indicator. Myself, Dr. Shibu from the Department of Biotechnology. So previously, what we discussed it is about primary screening. What is mean by primary screening and what are all the preliminary steps which we are following for primary screening? We discussed earlier. For example, there are major four type of primary screening is there. That is first one is crowded plate technique. Second is oxonography. The third is enrichment culture technique, and the fourth one is uses of dye as an indicator. So, crowded play technique it is mainly used to find out antibiotic producing microorganism. Then for oxonography, it is used to find out any type of organic acids producing organism or any primary metabolites. Okay, any growth regulator producing microorganism can able to find out through this oxonography technique. Okay, so detailedly we discussed this too, and now we are moving to the third one that is called as enrichment culture technique. Okay, so enrichment culture technique, what does mean by this enrichment culture is, so we are enriching the culture media with the help of unusual substrate. So that is enrichment culture technique. This technique was designed by a soil microbiologist Beijing to isolate the desired microorganism from heterogeneous microbial population present in a soil. So as usual, it's a type of technique which is used to separate the microorganism, our desired microorganism from the mixed population. Then this technique was designed by soil microbiologist Beijing. Okay. So either the medium or a incubation condition are adjust so as to favor the growth of the desired microorganism. Here, what we are doing is we are adjusting the favoring condition or incubation condition to make the organism desired microorganism to grow on it. For example, if it is a particular room is there, if the person and the room is very hot, maybe it is no AC is there and no aeration is there, the temperature is 35 to maybe 30 degree Celsius is the temperature, sweating like type of room is there. Other the person who are all expecting about a comfort zone, they cannot able to stick on it. For example, I'll give an example. If you are going for a quarantine, someday maybe people are asking you should have to quarantine, and there is a government room is there, and the government room there is no fan, no AC, but a single room is there. You will get a food two times, and no other entertainment is there. You should have to stick on the particular room for 28 days. So if the person who cannot able to spend money, he can take over the room because he has no other way. But you want to be quarantined, but he need to stick on the particular room. But instead, if you have a money, people will say given another option. There is another room is there, that is AC is there, and when TV is there, and other entertainment is also there. But you should have to pay 1,000 rupees per day. Like that, if they are demanding, if the person is having a money, he will go on it. Other person he cannot be able to go, he will go for a government idea. Okay, so it's just an example what because adapting the condition, the person, if you want to find out who is having money, who is not having money, this it is possible. Okay, so like that the person can able to adjust it. The same like that here, what it is mentioned is it is we are adjusting the condition for the microorganism. For example, if I am increasing the pH of the media, only the microorganism which is going on high alkaline, which can able to grow on high alkaline condition, only can able to grow on it. It cannot able to grow. Similarly, temperature, if I am increasing the temperature of the media, I am putting the in the incubator, instead of normal we are keeping our E. coli in 35 37 degrees Celsius, means if you are increasing 40 or 45 degrees Celsius, only the microorganism which can able to grow on 40 to 45 degrees Celsius only grow on the culture media. Other microorganism can't able to grow that. That's what it is mentioned about. Incubation condition are adjusted to favor the growth of desired microorganism. On the other hand, unwanted microorganisms are eliminated or developed poorly since they do not found suitable growth condition in a newly created environment. That's what they mention here. One thing is you can able to grow only your microorganism. Unwanted microorganism can't able to grow on it. Previously, whatever technique we mention is oxonography and crowded plate technique. They mention about we can get all the microorganisms. Your favorable microorganism is also there, and another unwanted microorganism is also there. We are taking it. We are separating from the known to unknown. Here, here it is mentioning we are not able to grow the unwanted microorganism. The unwanted microorganism will not grow on this condition. Okay. Today, this technique has become a more valuable tool in many screening programs meant for isolating industrially important strains. Okay, so there are certain steps it is mentioned here. I'm not explaining the steps. You can read it. You can able to know about it. Okay, so the thing is, first process they mention about cellulose powder. Okay, there is a cellulose powder they are mentioning. That is an unusual substrate. That is for cellulase producing microorganism. We are using a cellulose powder to grow it. So only the microorganism which can producing the cellulase only can able to grow on the cellulose powder. Other microorganism will not grow on it. That is the first example it is quoted here, and it is mentioning about the steps. Okay, step one is plated to the solid medium, and the second one can subculture it, can read it. It should be easy to understand. Okay. The second example is for to produce an alkaline protease producing microorganism. The microorganism which will produce an alkaline protease we want to find out. Okay. For that, what we want to do it is soil is serially diluted. You know that serial dilution, and all the soil dilution are heated at 80 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Okay, to remove the vegetative cells, only the spore should be you need to get it. Okay, then the plating of heat treated sample is done by spreading the samples on the media which is contained casein at the pH of 10 to 12. That you can note it, the casein at a pH 10 to 12. Casein we are using. Casein is a type of protein. So if the microorganism producing protease only, it can able to grow on the casein containing media. So you'll get a protease. Okay, then the pH is 10 to 12. It is high alkaline. That's what to be, because we want to get the alkaline protease, not a normal protease. We want to find out an alkalized protease producing microorganism. That's why the pH is set to 10 to 12, and the media we are using is casein because it is a protein, isn't it? So only microorganism have the ability to produce protease to cleave the protein, can able to grow it. Other microorganisms cannot able to grow it. That is about the enrichment culture technique. And the next technique is uses of dye as an indicator. This is very simple, same like that what we are experimenting in our chemistry lab, isn't it? We are using titration steps, phenolphthalein. If you are titrating, sometime it will change to a pink color, adding a phenolphthalein, and the color will be disappear. All of you done it, the chemistry practical. What is the basic beyond this? Nothing but a pH. When it is attached to a particular pH, there is a color change. Same thing here we are applying. Okay, what we are doing is we are using some of the dye to the media. For example, they mention about neutral red, which is red, and bromothiamine blue, which is blue. Either we can use such a type of dye into the media, and media is a liquid media, and we are inoculating the culture on the media. Just for example, you are inoculating you are supposed to get some microorganism from primary screening. You are assume that that microorganism will produce certain acid or amine. Okay, so acid and amine producing microorganism only can able to identify with the help of this indicators. Okay, so that microorganism we are inoculated in the media. If it is producing the acid, normally the media was set to pH 7. pH 7 we are setting the media to pH 7, and if you are inoculating the culture, the pH 7 is going to reduce it, isn't it? So because it is producing an acid, due to the acidic condition, there is a change in pH, so the indicator will express and it will show the colors. Okay, so you will get a blue color or red color depend upon the dye you are using. That is called as a dye as an indicator. You are adding a dye into the media, and once the pH is changed, there is a color change. By visual confirmation, you can able to find out whether your microorganism is producing the acid or amine. We can able to find out. Okay, so that is about the uses of indicator. So that's all for today. See you in the next class. Thank you.